everyone, I do 2 favorites videos every month. I do one that are my favorites, and then today's are your favorites. Specifically, these are the bestsellers from the month previous. So today we are talking about the May 2024 best sellers, and you have given me your input. You want all the categories, you want a top 10 for each, and if I did that, we'd be here an hour, which I know some of you would be fine with. I would lose my voice. So I'm going to meet you in the middle. I'm bringing back all the categories and then some, but we're gonna do a top 5 of each only. I will give you the full top 10 down in the description box. So if you wanna pop open the description box or go over to the top of the comments where it will be pinned there as well, you can see all the top 10 in all of the categories that we are about to talk about. So let's start with the top 5 of your favorites in beauty. Far and away, the #1 beauty product from last month was the 6-pack of these flat lay hair clips. They come in these 2 styles in 3 colors, blonde, brunette, and like a dark brown kind of shade. So these are your typical claw clips, except when you put them up in your hair, they're gonna lay flat. This one lays even a little bit flatter. So if you have your hair up, you'll be able to lean back against a seat and it's not gonna bang you in the back of the head. So I love these, and apparently #1, y'all love them too. #2, we have a little story. #2 is the Vita Liberata Body Blur. I have it in the shade Light. And this is if you want a fake tan without having to go through the whole very long, sometimes annoying process of exfoliating and applying and drying and washing, and this is body makeup. You just slap it on and go. So I love this, you love this, but a lot of you reached out to me and said, Marnie, you need to try the Westmore Beauty Body Coverage Perfector. And you know what? I did. I had scrubbed off all my fake tan to reapply. We'll talk about that a little bit later because that actually is part of the beauty favorites. Actually, we're not going to talk about it. It's down deep in the top 10. So scroll through, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I had exfoliated, but then I got tired and I didn't want to deal with applying. So I realized I had to film not just this video, but some try-on videos where I'm going to be bare. So I thought, perfect time to try this. So what you are seeing from here down is the Westmore Beauty Body Coverage Perfector in the shade Bronze Radiance. I'm feeling pretty bronzy. It feels a little weird. I kind of feel, I don't know how I feel about it. You'll have to keep watching in future videos to listen to future me tell you how I feel about it. It's dried down. I'm not sticky anymore. I don't know. I think it's good in a pinch, especially for legs. Do I necessarily recommend it in your entire body? It's a little weird. I don't know. But regardless, these are both great. Y'all loved this one. I think this one is pretty awesome as well. #3 for bestsellers was the Ionic Long Barrel Curling Iron. I now have 3 of these. As you can see, it's pretty long, and that's what makes it super user-friendly. It's not plugged in, obviously, so let me show you how easy it is to use. So I have it in the 1 inch, the 1 1/4 inch, and my latest purchase was the 1 1/2 inch. And I have to tell you, I like the 1 1/2 inch better on my shorter length hair. So I pull it through, and then I kind of pull it out, and it would curl if it were on. I find that on shorter hair, the curls look a little more beachy and tousled with the bigger barrel. But all of them work in the same concept, and it's this extra long barrel that makes it so much more user-friendly than the traditional shorter ones. So if you've ever struggled, I feel like I repeat myself every time I talk about this, but if you've ever struggled mastering the curling iron, give the longer barrel a shot. Apparently a lot of you did because it's #3 on the bestseller list. #4 is this lipstick, which I am wearing. It's from the brand GXVE. It's the Gwen Stefani line, and specifically in the shade not hold my calls, Screen My Phone. It's just a very nice, kind of cooler toned, everyday pink shade. I will admit, I just talked about this in my monthly favorites, I have veered away from lipstick and I'm more with lip gloss and lip balm. It's just easier to wear it when I have my trays in. I do not have my trays in right now. But this is a beautiful, everyday, easy to wear color, and it is not drying on the lips at all. And to wrap up the top 5 is this Ilia Necessary palette. Specifically, the one I like is the Warm Nudes. Very warm, as you can see here. And if you want a one and done palette, this one will really work for you. I have been getting into more and more minimalist makeup. I know, it might be hard to imagine, but I only have 1 shade of eyeshadow on and some mascara. Generally, I'll do the mid-tone shade or the lightest shade. That's it. It's super, super easy. Very travel friendly. And if you don't like the warm nudes, they also have a cool nudes, which is a more plummy purpley tone one. Okay, don't forget to check the description box or the comments to see the rest of the top 10 bestsellers for beauty. But now let's move on to accessories. So #1, far and away, what I'm wearing here. Not my Star of David, although thank you to so many of you who have sent me so many amazing messages of support and kindness and encouragement. The world is a very ugly place, but you wouldn't know it based on my community. You guys are amazing. So I'm not talking about this necklace specifically, but the clasp. It is an add-on. You order them from Amazon and they are magnetic. Look how easy that is to take on and take off. A magnetic clasp that you attach to each end of your necklace. This also works on bracelets that have the lobster claw clasp. Oh, so easy for people who live by themselves, for people who have long nails, for people who have fat fingers, for people who just can't be bothered with lining up the tiny little things to get it on. It's fantastic. They come in gold and silver in different packs and different combos. Are all very affordable. So very popular with all of us last month. Number 2 are my favorite little flats, the mesh ballet flats with the crystals. It's also kind of nice that this is very much on trend for spring, summer with the ballet flat / Mary Jane sort of combo and mesh. It's all 3 trends in one shoe. On top of that, they're super comfortable and there is some insole support. So if you want to do some walking in it, it's not going to be the end of the world. I don't know what color this is. There's quite a few colors. I found the nude one looks almost white, but they keep changing the name of it. So this one, sometimes it's blush, sometimes it's pink. They have quite a few shades to choose from. And they've gone on sale since the last time I've shared them. So I believe they're under $50 now. I have another pair of shoes that were a bestseller for accessories, and they are these Raffia Ruffle black heel sandal slides. These also come in sort of a washed black, but I love the natural. They're just an easy shoe, and it has the memory foam, a little bit of support here, a nice black heel. I'd say this is about 2 inches, so it's not super tall. It's not a true flat. Speaking of trends, I have noticed it's harder and harder to find super high espadrille, super high wedges. All across all age groups, people are moving more towards sneakers and flats and lower heels. And as a girl who loves her high heels, I have to say I'm not all that upset about it. I'm really liking this height. And apparently a lot of you are as well. Number 4, I'm not gonna do a show and tell for. It is the Enbliss wireless bralette, although actually I'm wearing the racerback version of it right now. They're so comfortable. These bras are so easy to wear. You have to pull them over your head, but they're so comfortable. And what I really like about the bralette, it's wireless, first of all, so it still gives you plenty of support. I cannot believe I just did that. Luckily that was off camera. Like why am I? Anyway, nice wide straps, but it comes in tons of colors. So if you have a few outfits where the armholes dip pretty low, just pick one of the colors that goes with that top and it'll look like you're wearing a tank underneath. It's such a great bra for summer. I'm not talking about, yes, the racerback, but specifically it's just the regular one that was your bestseller. And then number 5 for accessories, I think you picked a winner on this one too. It's the woven tote from Amazon. And I love it in this kind of saddle caramel color. You may have seen my announcement about the Marnie satchel being re-released at GG New York, so this color may look a little familiar to you. It's a great color, but if you'd prefer it in a different color, it comes in quite a few. The straps are nice and long, they easily fit over your shoulder, and I like that this one, unlike many of the other ones, has at least a magnetic closure, so your tote isn't just wide open and gaping where your stuff can fall out or someone could reach in and grab it. I know I'm repeating myself, but if you want to know the rest of the top 10 for accessory bestsellers, it's in the description box and pinned to the top of the comments. I don't know why I'm pointing over there. The comments are down there. Don't worry, clothing is gonna wrap this up. Let's tackle the top 5 in home, lifestyle, kind of just random stuff. I'm gonna insert pictures for most of these things. They're pretty large items. Number 1 is the lightweight all-season down comforter. This has changed my sleeping life because for the past, I don't know, 20-something years, Michael and I have slept in the same bed but under different covers because he is a very hot sleeper and I like to pull the blankets up like over my head, and my usual down comforter made him so hot. So he would not sleep under that and sleep under our quilt instead. Now I've switched to this lightweight one. It's just as big and fluffy as my heavier weight one, but both of us, for the first time in our marriage, are sleeping under the same blanket at the same time. I have a king size bed. I went with the oversized king, and it's just in a regular king size duvet, so it's extra fluffy inside. Side note, I have ordered a new duvet in a larger size, so I will let you know how that translates with the current comforter that I have. But you seem to really love it, and if you haven't tried it yet and you're a hot sleeper, but you still want that big, fluffy, luxurious feeling at night, you have to give this one a try. Okay, number 2, we are in travel season, we're in graduation gift season, so I'm not surprised to see my travel steamer. I should just call it my handheld steamer because yes, I travel with this, but I just use it pretty much every day at home as well. It's travel because it folds up, the water compartment comes off, and you are good to go. It's so easy to use. It's a great price. It's under $30. It is one of my most requested links across all of my content. And if you don't have one of these yet and you're still slaving over an iron, you really need to give this one a try. It's gonna totally free up your life from the ironing board. Number 3 for accessory bestsellers is the Ultrasonic Retainer Cleaner. I have been using this every day, sometimes twice a day I'm on tray set 5 or 6 now, for a while now, since April, almost the first week of April. How about that? And going strong. I've also used it to clean my jewelry. It works really well there. You just throw it in water. You don't even have to add anything. I do clean it in between, so we're not combining jewelry germs with teeth germs. I love it. Thank you all. So many of you recommended that I get one of these, and it was a very, very good recommendation. Bestseller number 4. Kind of surprised so many of you purchased outdoor furniture. That's a big thing to purchase. It is my sectional set that is sitting on my back porch, and I will admit it's very comfortable. The dogs love it too. And it's kind of neat because each piece is individual, so you can reconfigure it to fit exactly the way you want on your patio or porch or wherever you're putting it, and then you can rearrange it for different things. So I really like it. So far, so good. And number 5 is random, as is this category. It is this automatic dog nail grinder. So it's this little guy here, cap comes off, there is a light so you can see what you're doing better, and then you just dial it up. That's the lowest one. Gets a little higher. And then there's a little, I don't want to grind my own nails down, but there's a little Dremel spinny thing right here, and you just hold it up. We have 2 dogs that dread, I wouldn't say dread, they highly dislike the nail cutting experience. Wrigley turns into an actual demon, spitting and hissing. It's demonic. And he'll let me trim his nails with this. So really, really love this. This has been a lifesaver. Okay, you know the drill. The rest of the top 10 are down in the description box. Let's move on to some clothing, shall we? Let's go with the top 5 clothing favorites that are not from Walmart or Amazon. Still don't have a better name for this category. Number 1 are the Chico's cropped white jeans. We all love them. I was really worried they were gonna disappear from the Chico's website. So far, so good. So the softest, lightest weight, yet not see-through jeans I have ever worn that happen to also be white. It is like a unicorn. Grab them all you can. I'm still nervous they're gonna disappear because we love them so much. Number 2, a perennial favorite, the Banana Republic Factory Tencel Cargo Joggers. I love them, you love them. The Tencel fabric makes it breathable and lightweight, so you can wear them spring through fall, no problem. And if you live in a really temperate climate like Texas or Florida, you can wear them year round. I have them in almost every color, and each year they keep adding more colors, which is fantastic. Number 3 is relatively new to me. It's the Chico's No Iron striped shirt. I wore it in Asheville. I've talked about this a ton. Chico's has an entire no iron collection that you might not be familiar with. They are primarily button front shirts. They have a ton of linen ones for this time of year. Tons of great options, solids, prints, 3/4 length, full length, linen, cotton. So if you're interested, I've also linked their entire no iron collection. I have to say Chico's was a really big hit this month because the rest of the top 5 are also from Chico's. So number 4 is this silk blend modern print dress. The print is really fun, the colors are really fun, and the fabric with the silk and the cotton blended together is just so beautiful and airy and lightweight. It's lined, it's a great special event kind of piece. It is higher on the price tag. They're constantly having sales at Chico's. So always check, especially once we hit Thursday, there's usually a sale going on the weekend. So check for that, but I am so glad I got this one. It's definitely a statement piece. And I do want to say if you love that print, but you maybe don't want to spend that much and you don't want to dress, they do have it in, I believe, a blouse and a shirt and a pair of pants, if I'm not mistaken. So do check their site for that print because there are a few options if you really like it. And the last for the non-Walmart Amazon clothing category is this French terry and gauze. They're calling it a beach shirt. This is the second year in a row that they've had it, as far as I can tell. I have it in both colors, the white and the navy, and it's sort of my go-to at-home outfit. They do have a pair of matching pants that goes with it. That's just the French terry. It's just so easy. And actually, I wore it out last night as I'm filming this. I love it, and apparently so many of you love it as well. Chicos, if you ever watch my videos, can you just keep this as part of your permanent spring-summer collection and add more colors, please? To wrap up the clothing favorites, I have top 5 Amazon and top 5 Walmart, and then we are done. As you know, the rest of all the things are in the description box. So let's start with Amazon fashion. Not a shocker that this 2-piece scuba knit set is the #1. I have it in 2 colors, the apricot and the navy. I do want to address one thing. People are saying that I'm showing a different linked product than what is coming up when you hit the link, because you're saying that the one I showed doesn't have a seam down the front. It does. It just isn't as easily seen on camera, but I assure you in person there's a thin seam that goes down the middle of both the apricot and the navy, of which I have. So I love this. Apparently many of you do as well. I would buy every color. Honestly, I would buy every color if I could. I love it. #2 is the super soft striped cardigan. It's beautiful. It's super soft. I've raved about this for many videos, so there's not much more to tell about it, except I have mentioned that the kind of preppy chic trend for summer is all in. This is the time to keep that cardigan handy because you can always just drape it around your shoulders. It's basically an accessory for this time of year. I have another travel outfit for you, although technically, I mean, you could wear this just going around town. It's this sleeveless chunky sweater set. Yes, I said chunky sweater set for summer because it's sleeveless and it's very loose fitting. You're not going to overheat in it. It comes in a ton of colors. This is an inspired set from Free People that is quite a bit more expensive, but the advantage to the Free People set is it is all cotton, so that's even cooler. So if you want, I will link the Free People version as well if you'd like the cooler yet more expensive option. But I love this set, and this is the 3rd one that I personally have purchased. #4 for Amazon fashion bestsellers is this double zip mesh cardigan. This one is inspired by the brand Ballet. It comes in a bunch of colors. I love the white one. I would probably pick it up in the beige natural tone as well, just because I haven't stained the white one yet, but body makeup, I'm just thinking if I keep this up, it's gonna kind of transfer, possibly, I don't know, so far so good. So maybe the beige is also another option. If you are one of the many, many people who purchased this, or honestly any of the other things we're talking about, please let me know what color you picked out in the comments below. And this one I'm kind of surprised about to round up the top 5. It's this short sleeve button front jogger set from Amazon that I wasn't loving, didn't feel great in when I shared it with you, but I figured I'm gonna share it anyway because maybe one of you will really like it. A lot of you really liked it. I got it in the tan, and I really think it's the color that threw me. There are a lot of better colors. I don't know why I'd pick tan. I would love to know what colors y'all picked. Did any of you pick tan? But I think it looks best and most flattering if the shirt is worn open over a solid colored tank. So again, I would love to hear from all of you who purchased this. How are you wearing it? DM me your pictures. I would love to see that over on Instagram. And then to finish things up with all the bestsellers and the last of the clothing favorites, your top 5 favorites from Walmart from last month. #1 easily were the No Boundaries linen blend joggers that are going in and out of stock. Some days I click on the link and it's in stock, and some days it's not. So for these Walmart pieces, obviously I'm going to include the links. You can check there. But if you ever happen to find yourself in a Walmart, scooch on over to the clothing section and see if some of these things are hanging around in person. So I have them in the off-white. I love them. They are the ultimate sort of vacation, beachy, jogger, linen. I'm throwing out words just randomly. I love them, but obviously I'm not going to save them for vacation. I'm going to wear mine every day. Well, not every day. I'm going to wear them on the daily here at home. I did find a very similar jogger at a close price point, and I will list that under #1 here. #2 is another one. It's going in and out of stock. It just depends on size and color and where you are. It's the Time and True double cloth midi dress, and I love it so much. I got the double cloth twice. I got it in the pale blue version and the bright pink version, and it's such an easy dress to wear. I do recommend wearing more of a racerback style. It cuts in a little bit at the shoulders. It has pockets, built-in drawstring waist. It does run big, but you can really adjust the sizing with that drawstring. spring. So let me know which color you picked up. Number 3 for Walmart bestsellers was the Time and True Cotton Slub Texture Tee. It's under $6. I have, I think, 3, 4, maybe 5 colors of them. They're just a great staple. They feel super expensive. They are clearly very not expensive, and I think it's one of the unsung heroes from Walmart. And Time and True is a line that so many people overlook. They go straight to scoop and free assembly because it's pretty and shiny and cool, but Time and True I feel like is the workhorse over at Walmart and is so often overlooked. And speaking of Time and True and overlooked, another fantastic basic is from Time and True. Obviously y'all agreed with me as well. It's the ribbed tank set. You get 3 ribbed tanks and there's a million color combinations for right around $23. The straps are not quite as wide as this one. This one's from Maurice's, but it's still bra friendly if you're wearing the Enbliss wireless bra, not the bralette. And the price point, the colors, it washes well. I don't throw mine in the dryer. I just let them hang dry or lay flat, whatever's easiest, and they've been holding up great. And then to finish this all off, the last of the bestsellers from May 2024 is from Free Assembly. It is a midi length shirt dress with slightly puffed sleeves. I got it in the white. I believe it comes in green and black as well. It's just an easy shirt dress, linen blend. I want to say it might be cotton. I can't remember. It is mostly natural fabric, if I remember correctly. And it's just a versatile piece. If you have a luncheon to go to, you want to dress up for church or synagogue, you have a wedding shower to go to, you work in an environment where you need to dress up a little bit. It's just one of those things you're going to reach for over and over and over. The white is not see-through as long as you wear skin tone garments. But again, it comes in different colors and I would love to hear from you guys. Of all the things I share, I pick the color that I personally like and I'm drawn to the most, but I'm curious. I can see what has been bought, but I can't see which like sizes or colors or things like that. So I always love getting that kind of feedback. So that's it. Technically, we have shared 60 bestsellers from last month. Like I've said many times, but I cannot stress it enough. I love hearing from you. So please in the comments, let me know if any of these items made it home to your house and tell me what you love about them. Or if it didn't work out, I would love to know that too. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope that you had fun and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.